Where's life taking us? Oh, what happened to the game? I was like in the middle of playing a game. You guys want a Farm Academy Ace tournament? This is what's become of me. I needed money, and but I didn't need a lot of money. I needed like 100,000 Pokebucks or whatever the in-game currency is called. So I'm doing Academy Ace tournament, desperately trying to get 100 grand. Why didn't they let me do it? By the way, I saw the redeem, Ghostly. That means that I have to drink water? I'm not well hydrated right now, and I actually don't have any water in the thing. Give me a second. Let me I need to make good on this. Right? This is what a good Twitch streamer is supposed to do, making good on the redemptions. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Hold on. There. Now we can see what's going on. Let's bring this cat back. Oh, it's not the cat, it's Grookey. Let's do that. And let's get some water. I'll be right back. Let's get some water. All right, we're back. Wow, this is tedious. Redeeming points makes me stand up, and I have to go grab some water and actually do things. Do I drink tea? I drink tea. Somebody told me I've got a story about tea, and it's unfortunate too. I went to a coffee shop so here's the thing that I do. This is how I spend my mornings, right? Unless I'm preparing for a tournament, I like to go out. I like to have lunch with my friends. And I went to a coffee shop that I like here in my part of the world. And while I was out and about, I thought, you know what? I'm not going to have coffee. I'm going to go for tea, right? Really live up to the SubpoenaDucesTeacup thing, right? And I go up to the guy and I say, I would love whatever like tea was on the menu. And he doesn't even make eye contact with me. He just like points down to this menu. And I was like, I don't know what you're doing. And he points to the menu again. And he's like, we have all of these options for tea. And I wanted to be polite and everything. And I go, oh man, what's your favorite tea? And he goes, I really enjoy. And then he lists like 6 different teas, and I'm like, just give me the first one, man. And I left, and I was like, I don't know why. I don't know why he was being unkind to me that day. I wish him all the love in the world. Did I tell you guys? Speaking of which, anyway, so I had this local hater at a tea shop. There's the first official SubpoenaDucesTeacup hater. There's somebody who's been DMing me all kinds of negativity. And I'm like, what's going on? We're just having fun. We're doing Pokemon things. But nonetheless, not every single night, but every single time that person and I interact, there's always some negativity in there. I don't know what's happening there. We've done it though. That means we hit it big. If we got the first SubpoenaDucesTeacup hater. Sorry, I should have a turbo controller dedicated to this. Sandspear, hello. Speaking of turbo controllers, you guys are out there like grinding money. Like there's no tomorrow. I'm doing this the old-fashioned way. I wanted to do Tera raids, not Rillaboom. I got some beef to squash with Rillaboom. That Pokemon and I are not on speaking terms right now, but I need to farm some money. So do I drink tea? If so, what kind? You know, I like decaffeinated green tea. Throughout the day, I'll have like a cup of coffee or two, but it's cyclical for me. Sometimes I'll stay away from coffee for like, I don't know, 2 weeks to a month, right? So I can desensitize to it, and then the next cup of coffee gives me the jitters, right? But I need to resensitize to coffee every now and again. So I'll go for like decaffeinated green tea. That's a good solid one for me. Arson, I can't condone acts of arson, but chug a gallon of water. I don't have a gallon, but we'll invest in a gallon for the stream in particular. Let me redeem the award. That was uncomfortable. Did you guys see how much of it like landed on me? I've actually got like a puddle of water on me. Thank you, Ghostly. You've done this to me. Where I'm now like I'm a clown on TV now, but it's for the points. It's for the redeems. If you redeem some more, I'm gonna have to stop the stream in its tracks again, go back there, and then do more of this water stuff. I'm sorry that I wore a black tank top. I can't even tell, like all the water that I spilled all over myself. You don't have a turbo controller. We need to invest in one though. You've heard that story before? It's a real thing. That's how you know it actually happened. This guy was rude to me at the coffee shop. It really affected me, and sometimes I think about it just before I go to sleep. Do you guys ever wake up in the middle of the night and think about a terrible thing that happened? I think about that moment, and then I think about this mystery person sliding into my DMs. Just tell me, just spewing negativity. I can't believe it. Is this what it's like to live on the internet? I can't believe that. You've never had green tea. Oh, but the Lipton stuff. Go see you soak. Oh, that's actually not a bad idea. Guardian, you're cooking up a great idea for some of the like reward redeems. All right. So hydrate, that's definitely one that we've got in there, but we should change it. It shouldn't be hydrate. It should be Ghostland use soak. And I did become a water type. I ever tell you guys at the beginning of Series 2, I didn't know what to run. What was the difference between Series 1 and Series 2? There's no way it's Paradox Pokemon, is it? Yeah, because Reg C, like when they started calling it Regulation, right? Reg C was Ruinous Legends, right? So Series 2 was the introduction to Paradox Pokemon, and I had no idea what to run. There you go. Now you're cooking something crazy. Paradox Pokemon in Series 2. So the very first team that I built, I didn't know what to do. So I was still playing like Dondozo Tatsugiri, but I was experimenting with solo Tatsugiri because I had a theory that those Pokemon were good on their own and that you didn't need to team them up like for them to be successful, right? And I mean, like we've seen it now. Solo Dozo took a tournament, right? It took the entire season, but Solo Dondozo actually won Fresno, probably, or was it NAIC? It was one of those two. Dondozo Tatsugiri is really strong. Dondozo on his own is really strong, and I was a believer in solo Tatsugiri. So what I was doing is I gave a choice scarf, right? It was just like max, special attack and speed. Solo Tatsugiri, I've given it some bulk as well, but it just works better when you go max. And the sleeper pick that I put on it, it had all the moves that you kind of expect, right? Like Muddy Water and VGC. It had Draco Meteor, maybe Icy Wind. I'm not sure about that one. But the mystery move, the thing that I was testing was Soak, and it actually worked, right? I led Tatsugiri, Meowscarada, right? This is when I was doing Tera Ghost Meowscarada because Iron Hands was faking out everything in sight. But I would just soak the opposing Pokemon, and boom, Flower Trick, right? I would have Iron Hands in the back, soak the partner, boom, Wild Charge, right? So good. Sleeper pick, it never got any good results. I don't think I saw anybody playing with Soak Tatsugiri. A little bit of a cheese strat, I'll admit that. I don't love it. And not the most consistent one. If you're scarf locked into Soak, there goes your end game. You got nothing left. But it worked. Series 2. Your Wi-Fi died. Go see, you had me concerned for a little bit. For a second, I read my wife died, and I was it broke my heart just a little bit. But also, congratulations that you were married, although briefly. You like moves that change types like Soak, Trick or Treat, Forest Curse. I know you're a believer in Trick or Treat. I'm new to Forest Curse, by the way, because all the love, all the Trevenant love that we have within the SubpoenaDucesTeacup community. So that's news to me. I've never played with the tree, but he's a cool Pokemon. And of course, the winner of the first SubpoenaDucesTeacup. How can I not love Tree? Except for in Unite. I don't know if I love Tree in Unite anymore because I've got some personal beef with it. I'm talking to you, Ghostly. And then Tarshot is good. What does Tarshot do? And who gets it? I don't know that move. But yeah, any of those moves like Soak, Trick or Treat, Forest Curse. Here's the thing about them is that yes, you've got the option to just to have a super effective attack into whatever Pokemon you want. But this is the reason why I ran Soak Tatsugiri. This is my confession why I ran Soak Tatsugiri. Yes, it's cool offensively, but defensively, and hear me out. You take away stab from your opponent. Right? Imagine the Iron Hands is coming at you with like a stab, drain punch or something like that. Instead of doing double damage, it's just doing neutral damage to you now. Not double. Instead of doing 1.5, it's doing neutral to you now because you got rid of the type advantage altogether. You can use Soak defensively. You can use any of these moves defensively, in addition to just making sure you got the type advantage in the back. It's a good move, right? I'm not saying run it. I'm not saying do it. But I'm also saying, I'm not saying don't do it and send me all your showdown matches. If you guys have success with Forest Curse or with Trick or Treat or with Soak, send it to me. So at the end of the day, we can look back and say, T was right. We can run Soak on Tatsugiri viably. Your will for love died a long time ago. Go see, you're breaking my heart. Why? That's going to be a channel reward. It's not going to be, we'll do, I'm still sitting in a pile of, what is it called? Water. Is that the word that I'm looking for? And I need to be more careful about it. Here's why. I have a GameCube. So right there where I spilled all the water a second ago, it all landed right next to this Nintendo GameCube that I've had since I was 9 years old. I don't remember when. I think my dad got it for Christmas one year. And the thing that's special about this one is look at what's plugged into the bottom of it. It's Fire Red. I said that I would do a playthrough of Fire Red on stream, and I can't. Every time I hover over the reset button, and I think that I'm gonna get rid of all my old Pokemon, I can't do it. I say that I have no emotional attachment to them. It's not true. It's all a front on camera. I'm trying to pretend oh, they're just pieces of code, right? No, they're my memories. They're my Pokemon. I can't get rid of them. So here's my next step. I'm going to trade them over to somebody else who has Gen 3 games, and then they can hold on to my precious memories, and then I'll do a playthrough. I'll do a playthrough of Fire Red. We'll do that on stream. Here's the thing, though. I can't do a playthrough of that game without help. If you guys are familiar with Gen 1, if you guys know the Kanto map and what Pokemon do in that generation, I need your help. I can't do it by myself. It's too hard. You guys have seen me do playthroughs of games, and that's when the truth comes out. Hashtag fake gamer through and through. Do I want to know Animal Crossing progress? Yes, I do. As long as you're doing nice and wholesome things to your villagers. Who'd you get? You got the Anteater. Is it Antonio? Oh, by the way, speaking of Anteaters, so Gosa, you're gonna learn that eventually your villagers accept gifts from you, right? And in return for certain gifts, they will give you, what do they give you? I don't know. They give you articles of clothing. They give you furniture. But if you max out your friendship with them, eventually they give you their photo. All right. So when the holidays roll around, to show as a sign of my friendship, I will give everybody a photo of me, just like in Animal Crossing. Anyway, no, but that's the best thing you get in Animal Crossing. If you get your villager's photo, then that's it's the ultimate sign of friendship. What's the issue with it, though? Oh, but you got to give them things that they like. Certain villagers have different personality types, and they like different things. And I had an Anteater on my island, and I remember when I first met her, I was like, what do I give her? I don't know what she likes. I don't know what type of village. I think she was sisterly or whatever it is. And I was like, oh, I've got a great idea, because I just figured out how to get ants. And I go, I'm going to give her an ant. She's an Anteater. But as soon as I gave it to her, she was super rude about it. She goes, thanks, right? And then she just turned around and walked away. And I was like, I'm sorry. That was a stereotype, I guess, right? I didn't mean to give an ant to an Anteater. It was a judgment on my end. I'll come out with an apology video tomorrow on YouTube, and in the thumbnail I'll do the apology pose like that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to judge the Anteater. What's your progress on the island? Sorry, I got distracted. Transfer them into a Pokemon box. How do I do that? How do I transfer this is a Game Boy game. So it's not compatible with anything. And the way that I actually have to stream it, there's a better way. There's a better way for sure. There's a little thing that you can directly plug into your PC, and you could just stream old games, right? So that's pretty cool. Hold on. I haven't done this. I did Academy Ace tournament 2 days ago or something. And I hadn't done it the entire time since, and I learned that there's no way that I one-shot the Amoonguss unless I go Tera Fire, Tera Blast. So I need to make sure I do this right. Otherwise, it does Spore. There we go. Super easy. So I do want to know your Animal Crossing progress. Pokemon neutral to fire is ×2. Pokemon ×2 is ×4. Wait, hold on. Guardian, I'm falling behind on this math. So a Pokemon neutral to fire is ×2. A Pokemon times 2 is times 4. A Pokemon times 4 is times 6. A Pokemon that resists is neutral. A Pokemon that double resists, single resists? What's happening? I missed something. Oh, I should have swapped over to Quaquaval because it goes Tera. What is it? It goes Tera Water. You still one-shot it. Like, you hyper voice it and it dies. But I've got Breloom in the back, and I really like seeing that you go for one Bullet Seed, and you don't even need to get the second hit. Like, just one Bullet Seed and it's gone. It's fine. I'm slightly disappointed in how this end game is turning out, but it's fine. We get it. I'm not following the math. Transfer them into the Pokemon box. I don't know if it works. I remember that was a thing on Game Boy. On GameCube, yes. It's both. It's both. It's on. It's a Game Boy game that I'm playing on the GameCube console. There's some fun compatibility there. If you guys had older cousins in the 2000s, then maybe you got the good fortune of playing Legend of Zelda: The Four Swords, which was cool because there was like a game, right? There's like a co-op mode where you're like fighting on screen, but like you're doing it on the GameCube, and there are like holes on the screen, and if you fall into a hole, your character disappears, and you go, what happened? Where did I go? But you look down. Oh, I skipped an important part. You have your Game Boy like connected to the GameCube as your controller, and you look into the Game Boy, and your character fell into the Game Boy, and you continue the fight down there. It's so much fun. The GameCube was like a slept-on console. Anybody who ever says anything negative about the GameCube is flat out wrong. Incredible console, incredible games. I love that thing. All right, Academy Ace Tournament. We did it. We did it. All right, Antonio and Dre something. I don't know Dre. You're going to give them garbage. You got the museum, and you paid off your first loan. Man, you're zooming through it. Ghostly, you learned how to play Animal Crossing. You got good in a day. Don't forget to sing my apology. I'll do it. I'll write a little song, and we'll. What am I apologizing for again? Oh, because my judgment on the Anteater Pokemon. I mean, not Pokemon. What is it? Villager, the Anteater Villager. It was Annalisa for anybody who cares to know. Unfortunately, eventually I ended up kicking off Annalisa from the island, and I felt really guilty about it because she was the first one that I ever kicked off. I definitely have told this story before. Hold on, let me make sure am I at a comfortable money spot? Ugh. I feel like if I don't have at least 9 million Pokebucks, then I'm dirt poor. So let's sell some treasures. I'm not going to do Academy Ace again. Yeah, let's not do that. Guardian Ghostly, do we have a... I want to do a multi-battle, but I don't know if we have enough Pokemon built in-game. And when I say multi-battle, I mean just for fun, just to test. Not things for the tournament, but just to test the mechanics of multi-battles, to see how it works. Guardian, I was looking at some of the teams that we're kicking around, and there are issues with how teams even work. But I think that goes to our favor, because I was thinking about some of the archetypes that some of our opponents like to play with, and they're difficult to get going when you have your options limited. I can't share the secret sauce on stream, but within the Discord, in the private channels, those of you who have the invite to the sauce, where we talk about what we're bringing to the tournament, I'll share some of the things that I think are working to our advantage because it's a multi-battle in particular. The GameCube was not a cube. It's cube-like. I'm looking at it right now. It's very cube-like. Oh, okay. Sorry. I see what you're getting at, Guardian. Tarshot. That's what Tarshot does. All right. So a Pokemon neutral to fire is ×2. A Pokemon that's ×2 weak is ×4. A Pokemon that's ×4 weak is ×6. And a Pokemon that resists is neutral. So that's what Tarshot does. That's crazy. Who gets that move? And then let's also keep up with what's going on with Ghostly's day one in Animal Crossing. They're making you do chores, and you're mad. The GameCube was not a cube. Just a throwback to Colleen. I didn't see that apology. Is that worth watching? What are the good YouTube apology videos that I should check out? Because I basically just need to copy what they've done. You know what I should do is I should just like superimpose my face over their apology. No, we'll do a deepfake of my face on their apology video, and then my work here is done. I've sufficiently apologized. Again, I'm standing on the shoulders of giants to effectuate my apology. All right, time to make myself into a milk tank. What is happening? Oh, because you have access to outfits? There you go. See, Animal Crossing is a good game. Colossal is the only Pokemon with a Tar Shot. Well, now I don't like the move anymore. Colossal's fine. He's a fine Pokemon. Have I played with it? I've played with it. I was going to say I've gone the entire season without Colossal, and that's not true, because in one of the formats of Guardian cooked up, I did play with Colossal. Ghostly, you and I played against each other with the Colossal team. So it's I'm not saying Colossal is good in Gen 9, but I'm saying that I've played with Colossal before. If I sell 10 of these things, I'm still not at the threshold. I'm just shy. Just 3,000. What do I sell? Here's like the issue. I like to have even numbers for these. Oh, there we go. Sell a Comet Shard. Boom, there we go. We're in the 9 millions again. Now I don't feel bad about myself. You want to know where all this money goes? It's all bottle caps. There we go. Guardian, I see you hopping on to playing Animal Crossing right now. Some of you guys have some beautiful islands. I know Sandspear's got a Game of Thrones theme island. I saw Dark Lord's island, like a week ago or something, and it was beautiful. Impeccable island, and I was so happy to be so happy that it was the first one to which I was gonna say it was the first island to which I've ever traveled. That's not true, but one of the first that I've ever visited. You're gonna show me your milk tank hoodie. If you actually have one, post a picture of it. Oh wait, never mind. I just remembered what Pokemon we're discussing. If you actually have a milk tank hoodie, I would like to see it just to know that it exists. But I will immediately delete the message, or I'll immediately delete the picture. I'll have to moderate it. It's only for my eyes. I can't expose other people within the community. I have to protect their eyes from seeing that hoodie. Ghosty's ahead of you? That's crazy. So you really took that to heart, this idea that you can time skip to get ahead in the game? Wait, what do we do? I missed something. What color is Miltank's belly? Is it pink? Oh wait, no, sorry. Oh my god, was that a trick question? Did you just bait me into talking about Miltank's, how to put this delicately? Its udders? I don't know what color its belly is. You immediately drew me into that. I'm so sorry. All right. I need to write some things down for the apology video tomorrow. You're taking your time with Animal Crossing and enjoying it, then you're playing it the right way. Animal Crossing is such a good game. I say this all the time. I said it during the podcast. I wish I would have chosen Animal Crossing instead of Pokemon. And who's to say, like, you know, we can stream whatever game we feel like. I just like Pokemon. But the thing about Animal Crossing is that it's so relaxing. You don't have to, like, there's no pressure in Animal Crossing. You live your days as you please. But in Pokemon, there's pressure all the time. What was it? I finally did. I had to, like, sit down, and I don't remember what I was doing. I think we were organizing. We had a call earlier with some of the participants for the tournament, and we were, like, getting team strategies together and, like, pairings and, like, what day is everything going to happen. We're getting everything down logistically, right? And in between that, I hopped on to other people's streams so I can be supportive and hang out and check out other things. Again, I want to let you guys know that I've been given wrong information, and I need to correct that right now. Previously, I had said that Mondays are Dynamax Adventures on NapstaPotato streams, but I learned yesterday that it's not on Mondays. It just happened to be on Monday last time I joined. If Napsta's doing Dynamax Adventures, I'll send a post out there in the Discord so everybody knows when we're doing that, because I'm still going for shiny legendaries. Santhria, I know you got the shiny Articuno. I'm specifically looking for one of those in a Pokeball. I refuse to take no for an answer on that Pokemon. You're deserving of that shiny Articuno, not one, but two, a second one. And if you tell me that you have two shiny Articuno, then I retire as a Pokemon player. I'm completely out of ideas. Oh, actually, no, that's not true. I've got one thing that I'm sitting on right now. Not sitting in a pile in a pile of water. I'm sitting on an idea, but I cannot reveal it until after the weekend, or maybe during the weekend. We'll see how it goes down. Hopefully, this thing works out the way that I intended it to. And if it doesn't, then we're gonna pretend that I didn't say anything. That I didn't say anything tonight, and I'm gonna delete this VOD so there's no video evidence that I'm making promises that I'm writing checks that I cannot cash. Your island isn't beautiful. You destroyed it manually and never rebuilt it. No, I wanted to see it. I wanted to see that island. My island is beautiful. but it's not like, it's not gorgeous. It's not impeccable. I haven't made like custom designs. Oh wait, no, I've made some custom designs. I made this shirt. Like I made this shirt for Animal Crossing. It says Nirvana on it, which I thought was just a t-shirt company, but I dated somebody who was older than I am, and they said that in the late 1900s, Nirvana used to be a band, and they also told me to pronounce it Nirvana because I've been calling it Nirvana this entire time. But I think that's a proper pronunciation. There's Nirvana, there's Mario, and today from Ghostly Ghostlin himself, I learned that it's pronounced Waluigi, I believe. Am I correct there? It's Waluigi. Hold on. Utterly disappointed in what? In my ugly island? Oh, in the milk tank thing. Yeah, I try to look at that Pokemon as little as possible. But my island is it's pragmatic is what it is. I've got everything where it needs to be. I'm happy that I have all of my... Sorry, I need to get this Gimme Ghoul. Sandsphere, I've evolved one of the Gimme Ghouls so far, and it's like amazing. It's my favorite Pokemon in Reg D. I really hope the Golden Go wins Worlds, but I need to evolve the other one. And you guys already know, best way to evolve. This is like, I should make YouTube content for things that people have known about this game for like, you know, months and months already. But the best way to evolve your Gimme Ghouls is you just go around to the watchtowers, do the fights, get them 50 at a time. You can get 777 Gimme Ghoul coins from one fight. I haven't gotten that yet. I've gotten like 100, maybe 150. Don't quote me on that, but I've definitely gotten triple digits from them before. I have to farm the thing though, and I just haven't had time to do it. The thing that I said earlier that I haven't had time to do. So I had the phone call earlier, and then I'm getting together with like the community leaders for the other communities to try to figure out like how we can actually get this tournament working. And go see, it's going to be on cart, by the way, not on Showdown, because we're spreading it out over a couple days to give the other streamers an opportunity to stream the tournament as well. And I, you know, of course I want to stream grand finals, but here's the thing, my goal is to be playing for grand finals. If we're doing doubles, regulation D, I'm going to be participating in the finals. So somebody else is going to have to stream that. And I hope that you guys just hop on to cheer on our community, taking home the trophy for the, we're calling it the Rollout Rumble. And we might have Miltank as one of the mascots of the tournament because it gets rollout. All right. Dunsparce also gets rollout, and it's a fan favorite in not just in my heart, but also in Napsta's community. There's some diehard Dunsparce fans in there, so we'll squeeze that in to the flyer that we're putting together. You legit don't remember Miltank's belly, man? Just pull up all those images that you spam in the chat, or that you send me in my DMs. I'm ghostly exposed in my DMs. I've got nothing but like disturbing Pokemon images. It's always like around bedtime too, and he says something like. He's not the SubpoenaDucesTeacup hater. That's somebody else. But he'll send me an image and he says, "Try sleeping tonight," and then he calls me a bad word. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to expose you there, Ghostly. The last part's not true, but the disturbing images is absolutely true. You only got one, but you'll take my Articuno? There we go. For anybody who stuck through to the end, thank you so much. We really appreciate you. You don't have to like, you don't have to subscribe if you don't want to, but if you did, it would make a huge difference. For anybody who's seen me on stream, my name is SubpoenaDucesTeacup, and I'm bad at saying goodbye, so goodbye.